pleasant day to you, everyone. My name is Beatrice M. Alaras, and I'm going to discuss the part 1 of lesson 2, which is the self, society, and culture.
So according to Stevens 1996, self is characterized as separate, self-contained and independent, consistency, unitary, private. So separate is defined as distinct from other selves, always unique and has its own beauty. So separate means I cannot be you and you cannot be me because we are different from each other. Even the twins, they are distinct from each others. Why? They can be the same with the physical appearance, physical characteristics, physical feature, the movements, the moles, or anything they have, but they are different in their characteristics, personality, perception, idea, or opinion onto something. That is separate. Self-contained and independent. In it except it can exist, have own thoughts, characteristics, and volition. Also, it doesn't require any other self for it to exist. So naturally, self is self-contained and independent. They can live for own because itself can exist. It doesn't require other people for it to exist, but your own. You have to think of something self-contained independent. Example, the relationship that some people have. They will say, I can't live without you. When in fact, before having that relationship, they live their own life. That is the manifestation of self-contained and independent in our self. Next, consistency. Consistency, it is an enduring personality, particular self-traits, characteristics, tendencies, and potentialities are more or less the same. So consistency is like, this is my personality, it will never change. This is me, it will never change because self is consistency. Unitary. It is the center of all experiences and thoughts that run through a certain person. All processes, emotions, and thoughts converge. So unitary is like your mind, your heart, your soul, your body, your action are thinking all the same. They are doing the things that your mind is saying, that your heart wants, and the actions that you are doing is what they are thinking. So that is unitary. The emotions and the thoughts are all united. They think as one. They think as one. That is unitary. Next is private. This is the last one characteristics according to Stevens 1996. Absorb information, feelings, emotions, and thoughts processes within the self. All is not accessible to anyone but the self. Self is separated from external world and external reality. So it means that private is everything that you have on your mind doesn't require to be shared to other people. All is not accessible to anyone but the self. This is what we call the privacy because we have these deep secrets, these emotions, these feelings that cannot be shared to other people. So, the 6 characteristics according to Stevens 1996 is separate, self-contained and independent, consistency, unitary, and private. The self and culture. According to Marcel Mauss, self has two faces, the moi and the persone. So moi is a person's sense of who he is, his body and his basic identity, his biological giveness. So moi is like who I am, what's my name, who's my mother, my personal information, where do I live. That is amoy. While the persone is composed of the social concepts of what it means to be who he is. It's like you will live in a particular institution, particular family, particular religion, particular nationality, or how you are behaving or expecting something to a person. That is persone. What is your characteristic traits, personality in school, in house, in church, or any institutions or involves other people. This person involves interaction so that it is very different in Moy. So in under persone, language is another interesting aspect of this. Social constructivism, it is a salient part of culture and ultimately has a tremendous effect in our crafting of the self. So language has something to do with the persone. If a self is born into a particular society or culture, the self will have to adjust according to its exposure. So, this has something to do with the best example is the OFW. Their self change or adopt or adjust to the environment that they have. It is like if I go here, what would personality or characteristic what I possess? Is it dominant, silent, or any characteristics that is needed on a particular institution, society, or culture? The self and the development of the social world. More than its giveness, personality tendencies and propensities, among others, one is believed to be in active participation in the shaping of the self. Men and women in their growth and development engage actively in the shaping of the self. The unending terrain of metamorphosis of the self is mediated by language. It's like what I have just said last time, that language is the center of everything. And a person is believed to be in active participation, cooperation, and interaction with other people to be able to shape their own self. To find meaning about who truly I am. So men and women is very different in terms of giving definition unto themselves. Because we are different as the gender reveals too. That self is different from this and self is different from that. Mead and Vygotsky proves that the human persons develop is with the use of language acquisition and interaction with others. Internal dialogue in head, both Vygotsky and Mead treat the human mind as something that is made, constituted through language, as experienced in the external world and as encountered in dialogues with others. So, Mead and Vygotsky, they said that human persons develop themselves. I can say that this is myself if I have the language acquisition and interaction to other person. So this is me and other person. We need language and interaction. Internal dialogue in head means thinking of something in the future. It's like, if I do this, what would happen? If I do that, what would be the result? You are thinking on your head. That is internal dialogue. Then they also said that human mind is made be experience the external world and encountered other people. So literally, we need language in the interaction with the external world and environment that we have. So self in the families and other topics will be reported or discussed by my partner.
That's all, and thank you.